So we had finished reading, right?
Yeah.
So anything on 2 Samuel 6, what we just read? Yeah,
Of
Second
course.
Samuel, let's say.
Yeah, how Uzzah was taken out.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Moms wasn't here when we read it.
You
We read it.
Yeah.
2 Samuel chapter 6 from verse 1. And it tells us, now David again gathered all the chosen men of Yashrael, 30,000. And David rose up and went with all the people who were with him from Baal Yehuda to bring up from there the ark of Elohim, that is called by the name Yahweh of hosts, who dwells between the cherubim. And they placed the ark of Elohim on a new wagon and brought it from the house of Abinadab, and which was on the hill. And Uzzah and Ahio, sons of Abinadab, were leading the new wagon.
Yeah.
And they brought it from the house of Abinadab, which was on the hill, with the ark of Elohim. And Ahio was walking before the ark. And David and all the house of Yashrael were dancing before Yahweh, with all fir wood instruments, and with lyres, and with harps, and with tambourines, and with sistrums, and with cymbals. And when they came to the threshing floor of Nakan, Uzzah reached out toward the ark of Elohim and took hold of it, for the oxen stumbled. And the wrath of Yahweh burned against Uzzah, and Elohim smote him there for the fault, and he died there by the ark of Elohim. And David was displeased because Yahweh had broken out against Uzzah. And he called the name of the place Peretz Uzzah until this day. And David was afraid of Yahweh on that day, and said, how shall the ark of Yahweh come to me? And David would not move the ark of Yahweh with him into the city of David, but turned it aside to the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite.
Okay. So let me stop right there. What do you think about that part that took place?
Well, of course, he was kind of unfair to Uzzah because he was just trying to keep the ark from falling, but Yahweh didn't send it away. The rule was not to touch, and he touched, so that was it.
If the ark had fallen, who would have been able to pick it up to bring it to where it needed to be?
Who said that I would follow?
Right.
All right.
He touched it.
And if the ark fell, whose fault would it be?
Well, the ox stumbled, so would he have killed the ox because the ox stumbled?
Was it supposed to be on the ox?
No. It was supposed to be
Carried
carried
on with poles by the priest.
That's right.
You know when you're doing police work, right? And you stop look at this is a case that I had. Stop. Saw the car, you saw this dark place in Rob Bishop Road at the time. I said, So he went to deal with them, the car. And then it went to a stop sign, and then they just keep going, it didn't stop. So let's stop it and stop. You could stop it because it didn't stop at the stop sign. So when we stop it, we go and check the car, we got a gun, right? We got the gun, yeah, we celebrated because we got a gun, arrest these guys, blah, 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 blah. Then went to court, probable cause hearing. I didn't write a ticket, my case, I didn't write a ticket. And I went to the stand, well, why did you stop them? And explain the situation. So the judge was like, okay, but can you say it again? Did you do something else? I just repeated all that I did, blah, 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 blah. Because I know I didn't write a ticket. And what she was trying to pull out of me, did you intend, she didn't say, did you intend to write that ticket? No, I could have simply lied. And that my case carried through. And I told the truth because I did not intend to write that ticket. I wanted to get a gun and drugs. But I was supposed to write that ticket. So since you asked about my intention,
My intention was not to write a ticket. So I said, no, I did not intend to write a ticket. My whole case got thrown out. The guy went freaking the defense attorney said, one on you, one this one. Happy that I messed up. And I said, no problem. I said, time longer than twice. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna get catch again anyways. Right? So ain't nothing personal against me and the guy. I messed up. Right? But you know what the problem with my case is? Fruits off of a poisonous tree. The stop was illegal since I didn't give a ticket. I didn't issue a ticket. So that made my stop illegal. And the search that came afterwards were also illegal. So whatever I find, guns, whatever, even a dead body, the search itself would be illegal and all evidence would be inadmissible. Right? So the same thing applies here. The law says something and they're doing something else. So anything that happens afterwards, who cares? You're already messed up or you are in violation of the law. Let's deal with the law. Exodus chapter 25.
So whatever you find is tainted by that mistake.
That's right.
So,
By that law breaking.
so his death is on David's and the rest of them head because they have known better, being that they were all informed of the procedures for handling.
The law is given before.
Yeah.
And the king's supposed to
And then the king, that's right.
have the law.
The king's supposed to have the law before him at all times. Like he's supposed to have his daily, as they want to say today,
Briefing.
briefing. But they said Bible study today. But he's supposed to have his daily briefing. Have one of the scribes teach him continually. But no, wanna dance? Yeah, dance. You see, because they were out of order, right? Let's read this thing.
Starting from verse
Exodus chapter 25, start from number 4. 25 verse. Start from 4. Oh, wait. Hold on. Start from verse 10.
All right.
That's when they were making the ark.
Exodus chapter 25, starting from verse 10. And it tells us, and they shall make an ark of a kai wood 2.5 amer long, an amer and a half wide, and an amer and a half high. And you shall overlay it with clean gold. Inside and outside you shall overlay it. And you shall make on it a molding of gold all around. And you shall cast 4 wings of gold for it, and put them in its 4 corners, 2 wings on one side, and 2 wings on the other side. And you shall make poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold, and shall put the poles into the wings on the sides of the ark, to lift up the ark by them. The poles are in the wings of the ark, they are not taken from it.
Right.
And into the ark you shall put the witness which I give you, and which is the commandments. And you shall make a lid of atonement of clean gold, 2.5 amer long, and an amer and a half wide. And you shall make 2 cherubim of gold, and make them of beaten work, and at the 2 ends of the lid of atonement, and make 1 cherub at one end, and the other cherub at the other end.
Okay, I think that's the lid you're going into.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're reading about the lid. Okay, I just want to, when you start off dealing with the poles, these poles are not to be removed, so it's obvious that the poles were there for them to, but the problem is, because the Philistines, if you read earlier in 1 Samuel, the Philistines put the cart on a new ark. Put the ark on a new cart.
with the heifers them, lowing. And nothing happened to them because the law was not given to them. Right? But you see, our people now want to do the same thing
Right.
to whom the law was given, and it corrected them. Yahweh corrected them. You see what happened after when they got corrected, when Uzzah got smitten? What happened to that one? What happened to him? He got afraid.
Yes.
He said, no, sir, leave that alone. See, you got put in check. When you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, let's go there. Let's deal with that there.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, that's 12:55 and verse 11.
Chapter what?
11. Sorry, chapter 8, verse 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, starting at verse 11. And it tells us, because the sentence against an evil deed is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is filled in them to do evil.
See, if Yahweh don't strike you down one time,
Yes.
it'll be in your heart to do what you want.
Yes.
Especially when you hear the Torah being given to you. You know you heard it,
Yes.
but because Yahweh don't strike you right now, I do what I want. Nobody can tell me what to do. Yeah, alright. But you see, it didn't happen. The punishment came speedily for Uzzah and for Dawud. Right? Came speedily and put a check on he quick. And read verse 9, go down now.
And David, back to 2 Samuel chapter 6 from verse 9.
Yeah.
If I go through.
Second Samuel.
Chapter 6 from verse 9.
Because also of that, people don't fear now.
That's right.
Like we have in the situation where I'm gonna try to talk to them. Hey, they don't see nothing. Nobody's dying and
No.
like this.
Say hurricane come. Hurricane, get by the board, by water. Board up your place, everybody panicking. Everybody panicking. Give them the warning of Yahweh.
Yes.
Religious stuff. No problem, pass. Say tsunami. I get the hand walking. No, because you know tsunami will come and frighten. But when you get the warning from the Most High, you're nothing but words. But one thing I know is it's not something but words. It's the evidence shows me.
Yep.
When I look at these pictures, it's a daily reminder
Yep.
that Yahweh leave evidences behind.
True.
That He really takes action when it is time to take
True,
action.
true.
Right? I ain't take these pictures and blow them up for no reason. I blow them up to show the evidence of Yahweh. When He do His mighty works and move His right hand, He leave His evidence behind showing, I did it before, and I will do it again. Right? So even though you have that period of like when nothing seems to be happening, and that was the problem with the people when they were in the wilderness. What happened to that man out there? That man gone so long. Maybe he will come back. Something happened to that man Moses. It's not Aharon. Make some golden gods for us, because these is the one that brought us out of Mitzrayim. And so, because Marsha delayed, they think they could now make their own gods and start playing, and according to the scripture, playing and falling with each other, right? Until now, the man of Yahweh appeared unexpectedly, and now everybody frightened.
But you see, that's how Yahweh move. You see, it's all about putting you under that testing. Like if you believe in Yahweh, even when he delays,
Yes.
I'm gonna stay close to the charge. See, most of us trying to deal with Yahweh like we're dealing with our bars. We playing around, playing Candy Crunch, and when the bars come around, oh, well, the figures then don't seem to be going right. I gotta get this thing done. Like you haven't been working. Now you're playing Candy Crunch. Right? Don't pretend you've been playing. So we try to treat Yahweh like that. That when Yahweh coming, boom, boom. Hey, there's a video of this girl. She coming out like a tank. Like she's a man. She heard boom, boom, boom. She run in the room and she come over dressed. Okay? That's a real video.
Yeah.
She ain't playing that man. She came out as a woman with and moving feminine. Okay?
You let a man to get man.
Yeah. So when she heard boom, boom and that, but what God coming? Right? Jesus coming now. And that's how we try to deal with the Most High Yahweh. That's the wrong way to deal because you are losing it all the way. So when we come to Dawa got his check. He got his check. And let's read what happened.
2 Samuel 6 from 9. And David was afraid of Yahweh on that day, and said, how shall the ark of Yahweh come to me?
Right.
And David would not move the ark of Yahweh with him into the city of David. But David turned it aside to the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite.
Right.
And the ark of Yahweh remained in the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite 3 months. And Yahweh barak Obed-Edom and all his house.
Right.
And it was reported to Sovereign David, saying, Yahweh has barak the house of Obed-Edom and all that he has, because of the ark of Elohim.
So when the one here was
Son, Barakah's taking place with Obed-Edom, man. From since the time you drop off the ark by him, the son of like a Barakah coming. What?
so we gotta get that ark, son. Bring that him, so let me go and get it.
So them man going to go for it. Let's see how they're gonna go and get it.
And it was reported to Sovereign David, saying, Yahweh has barak the house of Obed-Edom and all that he has, because of the ark of Elohim. David then went and brought up the ark of Elohim from the house of Obed-Edom to the city of David with rejoicing.
Let's see how they bring it up this time.
And it came to be, when those bearing the ark of Yahweh
That's right.
had gone 6 steps, that he slaughtered bulls and fatlings.
You see?
They carried it right to this
They
time.
carried right this time. They got put in check. They see that's how Yahweh put you in check. And I'll tell you this much, right? This is our final time here. You don't want Yahweh put you in check now. You don't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments now. There is no other chance after this. None. So you're receiving the word of the Most High Yahweh now. Get yourself in order with the Most High Yahweh now. Because see, David had a second chance, but Uzzah didn't.
Yep.
Uzzah ain't come back. Yeah, let me carry it right this time. Right? Like a zombie. Carry the ark. No, that man dead.
Yep.
David is the one that got checked, the king. And he's able to carry it, have the man carry it right. Right? And let's keep reading the same.
14. And David danced before Yahweh with all his might. And David was wearing a linen shoulder garment. Thus David and all the house of Yashael brought up the ark of Yahweh with shouting and with the sound of the ram's horn. And it came to be, when the ark of Yahweh came into the city of David, that Michal, daughter of Shaul, looked through a window and saw Sovereign David leaping and dancing before Yahweh, and she despised him in her heart. So they brought the ark of Yahweh in and put it in its place in the midst of the tent that David had pitched for it. And David brought burnt offerings before Yahweh and peace offerings.
Mhm.
And when David had finished bringing burnt offerings and peace offerings, he baraked the people in the name of Yahweh of hosts. And he apportioned to all the people, to all the crowd of Yashrael, from man even to women, to each one a loaf of bread, and a measure, and a cake of raisins, and all the people left, each one to his house. And David returned to Barak his household, and Michal, the daughter of Shaul, came out to meet David, and said, How esteemed was the sovereign of Yashrael today, and covering himself today in the eyes of the female servants of his servants, as one of the foolish ones shamelessly uncovers himself. So David said to Michal, Before Yahweh, who chose me instead of your father and all his house, commanding me to be ruler over the people of Yahweh, over Yashrael, so I dance before Yahweh, and I shall be even more slight than this, and shall be humble in my own eyes. But as for the female servants of whom you have spoken, by them I am esteemed. And Michal, the daughter of Shaul, had no children to the day of her death.
Huh? Read it?
I said she spoke against.
Oh. Oh, okay.
But what, I didn't see it though, but where was David's wrong that she's saying he did in front of the female servants? I didn't read any place that he was showing himself or exposing himself to the female servants.
Well, you gotta remember, you gotta remember how he got back his wife.
Yes.
She was after David fled. Her father gave her to another man.
Say,
Can
bring
you-
back my wife.
And Dawad, when he made the deal with,
Child.
no, he made the deal with
Abner.
Abner, yes. That, hey, if you want to make things right, get back my wife from Peltiel.
Yeah.
Right? So Abner went and took the wife. When Peltiel walked in, he said, listen, home. Home. The man see the man. Yeah, go home.
He went home, right? And Dawad got back his wife,
Right,
right?
right,
But there's a law. She noticed she ain't got no children
right,
until her death,
right.
because there's a law. There's a certain law, right? Deuteronomy chapter 24.
We have to work 7 years to do that.
Hmm?
We have to work 7 years to do that.
No, that
That's
was the deal between Jacob, Yaakov, and his father-in-law.
What do you think, Nikolai?
This one is dealing with a woman being given into the hands of another man, right? Deuteronomy chapter 24.
You going to a law?
Yeah, you're going into a law. Deuteronomy 24, verses 1 to 4. And remember, he did not
divorce his wife. He had to flee for his life. Right? But we have to read this about.
Deuteronomy chapter 24 from verse 1 reading on to verse 4. And it tells us, when a man takes a wife and shall marry her, then it shall be, if she finds no favor in his eyes, because he has found a matter of shamefulness in her, and he shall write her a certificate of divorce, and put it in her hand, and send her out of his house. And if she left his house and went and became another man's wife,
No, see, Michal became another man's wife because her father gave her to another man, right? You read that?
and the latter husband shall hate her, and write her a certificate of divorce, and put it in her hand, and send her out of his house. Or when the latter husband dies, who took her to be his wife. Then her former husband, who sent her away, is not allowed to take her back to be his wife.
What the law says?
Then her former husband, who sent her away, is not allowed to take her back to be his wife
Uh-huh.
after she has been defiled.
Uh-huh.
For that would be an abomination before Yahweh.
Uh-huh.
And do not bring sin on the land which Yahweh your Elohim is giving you as an inheritance.
And in that case, he did not divorce his wife. He fled for his life.
Okay.
The father then took his wife and gave her to another man, knowing
That's
that her husband is still alive.
yeah.
But you see, he had it in his mind, I'm going to kill him anyway.
Yeah.
So I could give her to another man because he's a dead man. Never did kill that one. Never did. So he did a great crime. So now Dawah became king. I want my wife back. Right? Because I never divorced her. So when Abner went and got his wife back from Peltiel, and they were happy. Living happily ever after. Like the good old storybooks. Everything was fine. Like the birds and the butterflies, and everything was so sweet. But then the killers them come. King David said, we need to take my cow. So give me my cow. No, that's my wife. You ain't hear what I tell you. Because they want to talk to you. She went, oh yeah, it's because they want to talk to you. So she went out to them, my man left her up and put them over their shoulder. So I walking with her. Hey, but no man, that's my wife. And then I walking. And then man deal with this man yapping at the ear. Yapping, my wife. And then I walking with her. Until the man get tired, so like this man yapping at my ears. Hey, let me just read this thing. Let me just read this thing. Let me just. That's right. See, I'm giving you the history. That's right.
But also the father said that he will give her to be a thorn in his side.
Yeah.
What was read that one? Wait, what was read that one?
Yeah, because he didn't really give her to Dawah because he loved, he wanted them to be married.
Right.
He wanted to torment Dawah. But anyway, where is this now? Okay. So I'm going to count it. When it said, let me see here. 2 Samuel. The graph is also the point size. Okay. Go from 2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 14. Start from verse 12, go down.
Alright. 2 Samuel chapter 3, starting from verse 12. And it tells us, and Abner sent messengers on his behalf to David, saying, whose is the land? Saying also, make your covenant with me, and see, my hand is with you to bring all Yashrael to you. And David said, good, I make a covenant with you. Only one matter I am asking of you. You do not see my face unless you first bring Michal, daughter of Shaul, when you come to see my face. David then sent messengers to Ishbosheth, son of Shaul, saying, give me my wife Michal, to whom I became engaged for 100 foreskins of the Perizzites. And Ishbosheth sent and took her from her husband, from Paltiel, son of Laish. But her husband went with her to Bahurim. going on and weeping behind her. And Abner said to him, Go, turn back. And he turned back.
Yeah. Turn back. Yes, sir. You sure he ain't cry no more? He's as good as dead now. Well, he could have been a dead man.
You know, he said, yes, they just done back.
Yes, sir. He pull up his pants and he catch himself. He said, yes, sir. He went away. Turn back. He was a dead man. Right? And go ahead, keep reading this thing.
And Abner had a word with the elders of Yashrael, saying, In time past you were seeking for David to be sovereign over you, and now do it.
Okay, so that's what happened. That's the history, and that's why she is a woman scorned.
Yeah.
So you can't believe everything she said.
Oh, you dancing until your clothes fall off.
No, that's just she's a vex woman. So she's gonna say things to upset the king, right? So if I'm shame in the eyes of the servants, those same servant women who you talking about hold me in great esteem.
That's right.
Okay? You don't have no children. She ain't have no children until her death. That's what the Bible says. Right? So that's the reality. So that's chapter 6. Anybody get on that?
And what's interesting is that having no children is a punishment. When we have our sisters today that's having them and aborting them.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Some people so long.
Yeah, I tell you. Well, they're sacrificing unto the gods of this nation. Because the nations always sacrifice their children anyway. The only thing is, we call it by a fancy name. Like, abort like you're in a ship. We need to abort the plane. Abort. No, you're murdering.
Yep.
Let's simply call it what it is. Making a fancy name. And you're doing your sacrifices unto your gods. Right? Just though you're watching the ancient worship when these nations do these things to these children. Why do you think President Biden keeping the borders open? Are we getting a whole ton of children?
Slave.
And we can't give an account to where they're going. Where are these thousands of children going? Just into the black hole of the United States. And the guy, where the children gone? The very State Department don't know, can't get an account for them. Thousands and thousands of children. What do you think? You know, they have wars for. When you have wars and you bomb this here, to bomb democracy in these places, we take the children too. Where these children, in the time of war and confusion, you could take as much children you want. So now they have that confusion at the border. You see camps with that has little children, toys and paraphernalia and bibs and all kind of thing. But where the children at? Them children gone to the slaughter. Them children disappear in Hawaii. So
Follow them off to different countries.
oh, you better know that. You better know that.
That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. The
You thought-
real stuff that is going on. That's the
Right? No, man. You talk about selling them to a different bar.
Yep. And taking the blood.
sacrifices.
Right? And as one of them said, I wish I could find the video now. Some of them children only living up to 7 years.
Yeah.
From the abuse.
So they only could last about 2 years.
2 years.
From
Yeah,
that
yeah, 2
again.
years. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. And then you plow your nasty self on top of them. Abusing those children sexually. That's where these children, when you finish with them, you throw them out and slaughter them. And you want to be a celebrity? If you want to be a top notch, come and you have to participate in one of our rituals. Then you can have the riches, all that you want. Yeah, you can have it,
Yeah.
right? Like the story goes. this man died, right? So called, right? And then he saw heaven. I love the story good. Man saw heaven. Everything looking nice, quiet, and peaceful. Yeah, this is nice and quiet. And then he was able to see a vision of hell. Bah, 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 kind of action taking place with a girls' party. Yeah! What? This look excited, man. Decisions. Right? And so the man wake up. Go to the hospital. Why? From then on, he had the vision. Heaven is peaceful, but hell is exciting. Right? So that man lived to go to hell. Yeah, he lived to go to hell because I saw heaven and I saw hell. Heaven was peaceful, it was nice, but
So you
peaceful.
want the music.
But hell, why? Hell is party time. Woman, casino, limousine, dance. No, man, I want hell. But nobody can stop me from living for hell. So that man lived for hell. Oh.
And his choice.
When a man finally catch his death, then you're, what the hell now? When you wake up in hell, he get nothing but burning. He get nothing but burning. He didn't enjoy it. So that's the story. That's that story there, right? So here it is. We finished chapter 6. Can we go into chapter 7? Or no? The time is 4:39. Want to freestyle with something else, somebody else something to say? Willing to listen? And I'll shut my mouth.
So, okay. You had just said that in that story, he's going to be burning in hell. Like, to kind of. But then, so that kind of goes back to the question I'd asked before about, is hell like how the Christians say it's just burning for eternity? Is he just burnt and then dies and then? Oh wait, actually, because we have said that the righteous will live in the fire and the unrighteous will be destroyed. Okay, I got you.
Nice.
I was just waiting for you to catch yourself.
I got you.
Yes.
I was just waiting for you to catch yourself. I just want you to know. You don't take little stories and parables to make it seem that is exactly how things are. It's a real story. When Yahushua gave the story concerning the rich man dying, this man dying, and then he goes into the bosom of Abraham. Everybody takes that literally. So every righteous man that you go into the bosom of Abraham, Abraham have a big bosom, boy. Singing all the righteous. See Abraham, all the righteous come in my bosom. That's not. And then you see the next man who's in hell says, "Yes, brother, I'm in hell. Just give me a drop of water so I can quench my thirst." You know a drop of water can't quench your thirst. Come on, that's just a story. And we can't take these stories to be literal. So when I gave my story, I was hoping no one take it to be literal, but you kind of took it to be literal.
So dramatic.
It's like watching a movie. You know people with movies. Take movies to be true.
Yep.
Yeah. I told you, no, that's why some people believe in a man wearing a red dress. Is it a red dress or a blue dress? With an S on the chest saying
Superman.
Yeah.
It's red.
Really underwear out in the public with stupid on the chest. Right? No, everybody says Superman, but we really mean stupid. Right? Alright.
So actually, another thing I was thinking about earlier this week is, so the world is flat according to the Bible, right? With the firmament and everything.
I don't know.
That's not what the Bible says?
I don't know. I can. I'll just take it.
He's not going to go into that, beat that one as question marks. So you ain't gonna get him to really speak on it, right? In depth. So if you have something else to go with it.
But you could go ahead with your question. I think there's a question behind that.
Well, yeah, because they say when Christopher Columbus found America, he was trying to find an easier way to India, because before they would go like beneath the Cape of Africa and then come back up, and he wanted to go kind of like around the other way. Which, I mean, wait, how can that make sense? Because then he would be coming up by California if he went around the other way. Wait, I kind of need a map of, I kind of need a map of the world.
Look at the map.